The biggest topic in MMA right now is the growing tension between Khamzat Chimaev and Islam Makhachev, and the debate is heating up quickly. The MMA community exploded after Islam said he was ready to face Chimaev in the future, sparking endless discussions about how that fight might look. Josh Thomson, longtime teammate of Khabib Nurmagomedov, shared his view, noting that Team Khabib likely doesn't want to stir up old tensions after the heated incident years ago between Chimaev and Khabib's cousin Abubakar. Thomson also pointed out that even if Islam and Khamzat wanted the fight, the UFC would likely block the new champion from cutting down to welterweight because of past weight issues. Instead, he suggested a bold alternative: move Khamzat up to light heavyweight or even heavyweight. In his opinion, it could actually be easier for Khamzat, since many of the bigger fighters don't rely on wrestling, and his skill set would give him a major advantage. With all the hype, history, and possibilities, the Chimaev vs Makhachev saga is quickly becoming one of the most fascinating storylines in MMA today.
Look, there's already been a little bit of beef between him and Abubakar, which is Khabib's cousin. They had the little, couple fists, some punches being thrown at each other at one of the UFC events. I think it was a UFC event. Might have been a PFL, but I think it was a UFC event. They got into it a little bit, and then I think they settled it between each other, and the conversation had been had. I'm glad. I don't think to poke fun at it. I think people are they're trying to stir it up. Let's be honest. The UFC is probably not going to let Chimaev go down to 70. They're going to be like, no. If you want to go anywhere, go up. Yeah. Go up to 205 and then go up to heavyweight. If you want to go, you got the wrestling to beat the heavyweights. If you can put the weight on properly, whatever it is, but let's get you to 205 first. You can for sure win a title at 205. For sure. I mean, none of those, not a lot of those guys can wrestle at 205. So go to 205, defend your title a couple times here.
Sean O'Malley has finally addressed the talk about moving up to featherweight after suffering two tough back-to-back losses to bantamweight champion Merab Dvalishvili. The rumors weren't baseless. Sean has hinted at such a move before, and after those defeats, many fans claimed there's little left for him at 135. But O'Malley set the record straight, saying he's not ready to move just yet. He believes there's still more to accomplish at bantamweight, and for now, he's handling the weight cuts without issue. Adding fuel to the debate, his former opponent Aljamain Sterling moved up to featherweight and scored big wins, proving the jump can work for fighters seeking new challenges. Looking ahead, O'Malley is watching closely as Merab prepares to face Corey Sandhagen in October. A win for Corey could finally set up the matchup fans have been waiting years to see: Suga Sean vs Corey Sandhagen. Still, beating Merab remains an extremely difficult task.
Any thought moving up, or are you happy where you're at right now?
No, I'm good. Bantamweights, I'm still here. Still gonna, there's still big fights for me to have at bantamweight. 45, will it happen in the future? Yeah, probably, most likely, but we still got work to do down here at 35.
Is weight cut getting harder, or are you still good with making 135?
It's always hard to answer how hard weight cuts are, because you feel like you're dying every single time. Anybody that makes weight, it's it would be easier at 45, yes, but we're still getting it done at 35 in a healthy manner. So yeah, we're good for now.
The Russian MMA scene was shaken after a shocking reveal from Kamil Gadziev, the longtime matchmaker of Khabib Nurmagomedov's promotion Eagle FC and one of the most respected voices in Russian MMA. Gadziev, closely connected to Khabib's promotion and well known for covering Team Khabib and Dagestani fighters, shared a revelation no one expected. In a recent interview with a Russian outlet, he claimed he personally witnessed a sparring session between Khabib Nurmagomedov and Khamzat Chimaev in Dubai. For context, Khamzat often trains there while Khabib regularly oversees camps with AKA affiliates. On that day, both ended up in the same gym surrounded by Dagestani fighters. They greeted each other, and according to Gadziev, agreed to a grappling sparring session. Here's where it gets surprising: though Khamzat used his size advantage to gain top control, it was Khabib who submitted him, locking in a triangle choke from the bottom. The undefeated lightweight legend tapped the newly crow.
That your talk has been annoying, that you've been whining, that it's not true, that you guys weren't in talks to fight But with all due respect, like, his opinion is quite irrelevant to the situation. Like, I'm just telling the facts from what I know. You know, trying to get under anyone's skin or anything like that. Like, that's the reality that I lived. But irrelevant to what happened or didn't happen, like, that's in the past, and we're fighting each other now. We're fighting each other in October, so irrelevant to what anybody says, who's annoyed and who isn't annoyed, and whose feelings are hurt and whose feelings aren't hurt. We're going to fight each other and settle it regardless, so it's pretty irrelevant with all due respect. Oh, talk's just talk to me, mate. It doesn't matter. Like, at the end of the day, we're both going to take our shirts off, get a pair of gloves on, and go in there and see who wins on October 25th. So his coach can, like, get his feelings hurt and get his knickers in a twist all he wants, but it's not really going to change anything, to be honest. Anytime there's pressure on me, that's when I've done my most devastating performances. And if he believes that, that's a fantastic thing for me.